subpoena gate continues, this is going to be really a hiccup for Blake Lively and her team, I think.
To be able to secretly get these documents without having to give anyone notice, that would be the process, and we intend to take all allowable action under the law.
With all of the It Ends With Us and Deadpool drama, just all of the information about the two of them that's resurfaced, we now know that he likes to be the one in control, the one with all of the power. Ryan having some weird resentment towards Blake has been right in our faces all along. I don't know how to tell you this, but your husband hates you.
There's a storm brewing in Hollywood. And no, it's not some made-up tabloid drama. This one is dripping with receipts, legal filings, and enough marital shade to block out the sun. Word on the street is that Ryan Reynolds has officially refused to work with his wife, Blake Lively, and the root of this entire meltdown? One man. Justin Baldoni. Yes, him. And honey, it's messier than anyone ever imagined. So here's the situation. At first glance, this looks like a typical Hollywood feud, but dig just a little deeper, and you'll find that Blake, Ryan, and Justin are knee-deep in what insiders are calling one of the most chaotic behind-the-scenes fallouts in recent industry memory. It all started with the film It Ends With Us. Blake Lively was cast in the lead, Justin Baldoni was directing. Sounds cute, right? Wrong, because what began as a passion project quickly spiraled into subpoena wars, emotional manipulation, and a career-sabotaging PR battle that's now putting marriages and million-dollar reputations on the line. Sources close to the set are saying Blake was already tense during filming. There were whispers that she felt misled about the script direction. But instead of pulling back or walking away quietly, her team allegedly decided to get strategic and shady. Buckle up, because this is where it gets scandalous. Blake's company Van Zandt allegedly filed a vague, nearly anonymous lawsuit just to subpoena Justin's private text messages without alerting his legal team. It was a sneak attack, honey. They used the court system to dig up dirt, got the receipts they needed, and then dropped the case a day before Blake filed an official harassment complaint. That's what people are now calling subpoena gate. And yes, that's a thing.
Blake Lively files a formal lawsuit against Justin Baldoni over severe emotional distress. More than a week after the It Ends With Us star filed a sexual harassment and retaliation complaint against him with the California Civil Rights Department.
But here's the twist. Justin's team wasn't about to go quietly. They clapped back hard. Not only did they accuse Blake and Ryan of organizing a smear campaign, but they also released behind-the-scenes footage that they claimed would clear Justin's name. The footage? Some said it showed Blake looking visibly uncomfortable. Others insisted she looked totally fine. The footage ended up doing what all great scandal footage does. Absolutely nothing to settle anything, but everything to stir the pot.
Justin has been destroyed by this. The company, the individuals at the company, this is a really serious thing. And in this day and age, the only way that you can truly get back and is to prove your innocence. It's not be found guilty. It's to prove your innocence. And that's what we're actively working to.
Now, let's talk about Ryan. People have been side-eyeing their quirky marriage for years. From the weird birthday posts to the slightly aggressive jokes about each other online, fans are starting to wonder, was all that passive-aggressive humor just the surface of something darker? Because now, insiders are saying Ryan flat-out refuses to work with Blake. He's allegedly keeping his distance from the It Ends With Us drama to protect his own image. Word is, he doesn't want his name tied to a lawsuit circus, and he especially doesn't want to be seen as taking sides between his wife and a director he once considered a creative ally. Translation, he's saving face and letting Blake take the fall.
I used to say to her, I would take a bullet for you. I could never love anything as much as I love you. I would say that to my wife. And then the second I looked in that baby's eyes, I knew in that exact moment that if we were ever under attack, I would use my wife as a human shield to protect that baby.
Meanwhile, Blake's PR team is in overdrive. They're pushing the narrative that she's being unfairly targeted, that Justin was controlling on set, and that this entire legal nightmare is just Blake fighting back. But fans aren't buying it. The Daily Mail exposed that whole shady shell company tactic, and now people are wondering if this entire lawsuit was just a distraction to boost Blake's floundering image after a string of underwhelming projects. And here's where it gets even juicier. Rumors are now swirling that this drama didn't just wreck a movie, it might have wrecked a marriage. Ryan and Blake, once Hollywood's most annoyingly perfect couple, are apparently living separate lives behind the scenes. They're showing up to events alone, skipping each other's press milestones, and sources say Ryan's no work with Blake rule isn't just about this one project. It's a long-term boundary. The two of them might still play it cute on Instagram, but off the gram, it's giving distance, resentment, and barely hanging on.
Looking back at these photos that Ryan posted of Blake, I'm not laughing anymore. Do you guys remember how for Blake's birthday or their wedding anniversary or anything like that, he would post like not flattering photos of Blake or where she's kind of blurry? And at the time, we were all like, oh, ha, that's so funny. They're so silly together. But now with all of the It Ends With Us and Deadpool drama, just all of the information about the two of them that's resurfaced, I'm wondering if these were ever a joke at all, or if Ryan having some weird resentment towards Blake has been right in our faces all along, but we just thought he was joking.
And don't forget the power player in the middle of all this, Justin Baldoni. His team is firing back with a countersuit, claiming Blake's camp defamed him and tried to silence him with a gag order. Oh, and did we mention the New York Times is also involved? Yup. They're suing for defamation too, because apparently this film-turned-legal disaster is dragging everyone down with it.
These lawsuits are about competing PR coverage strategies, in my opinion. I think he should settle this case off. I think he needs to get out of the news.
But the drama doesn't stop there. Justin Baldoni's legal team has accused Blake Lively of attempting to take control of the film's creative direction, leading to a significant compromise in Baldoni's original vision. Storyboard artist Talia Spencer, who worked on the film, stated that Lively tried to take advantage of Baldoni's kindness and take power on set. Spencer described Baldoni as kind and respectful, suggesting that Lively misinterpreted his demeanor as weakness.
I find it very hard to believe the allegations against him. I feel like maybe Blake smelled his kindness, mistook it for weakness, and tried to take advantage and take power.
In response, Lively's team has argued that Baldoni added improvised graphic scenes without approval, including one where Lively was to orgasm on camera. When she objected, Baldoni allegedly insisted he added it because he was making the film through the female gaze. The legal battle has also impacted Lively and Reynolds' marriage. Reports suggest that Ryan refuses to appear in public with Blake or work on projects with her to protect their careers from further scrutiny. Observers are now re-evaluating past behavior, like those infamous unflattering birthday posts, as possible signs of deeper resentment or a pattern of low-key power plays. As the case progresses, both parties are holding firm. The entertainment industry is watching this drama unfold like it's the Super Bowl of celebrity lawsuits. And the trial? It's not happening quietly. This is a full-blown Hollywood implosion, and the collateral damage is getting harder to ignore. So what does this mean for the film? For Blake's career? For Ryan's squeaky clean image? And most of all, for their marriage? The truth is, nobody knows for sure, but insiders are convinced this isn't just some temporary drama. This is career-defining, possibly marriage-ending. Ryan has allegedly told friends he's not getting caught in the crossfire. And Blake? She's too deep in it to back down now. This isn't your average Hollywood fallout. This is a multi-million-dollar breakup in slow motion, with lawsuits, leaked texts, secret recordings, and broken trust all rolled into one. Whether you side with Team Blake or Team Justin, one thing is crystal clear. Ryan Reynolds is done playing the supportive husband on and off screen. And if the rumors are true, this movie didn't just end a friendship, it might have ended a marriage. So what do you think? Is Ryan done for good? Is Blake spiraling? And did Justin Baldoni just accidentally expose the cracks in Hollywood's golden couple? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this tea is still brewing, and it's getting hotter by the second.